Hello my loves, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be a little bit of a day late and a dollar short, but kind of still early. So we're going to talk about the new Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette. She comes out with these every holiday season and I am here for them. I'm such a fan. This one's called the Smokey Eyes Are Forever Palette. If you are familiar with these, you know how they work. If not, we're going to talk about it together. Regardless, we're going to talk about it together. So if you're interested in seeing how this palette worked for me, just the way that you can use this to your advantage for a super quick, easy look, then just keep on watching. Okay, my friends, so here's the deal. Let's go over this really quickly. The box is so cute. I love it. It's very classy, classic. It's so pretty. I love it. The black and the gold. There are 4 sets of 3 in this eyeshadow palette. So of course you do get 12 shades. For reference, it is an 18-month shelf life, which I love those longer shelf lives. And then it is made in Italy. I bought mine on the Charlotte Tilbury website during that 48-hour preview. It was $75 and it came with a little mini brush. The handle is so short on it, you guys, that I didn't even bring it in here to, to show you because it's literally, I used it a couple times and I'm like, I can't anymore. So anyways, this is what the inside looks like. Let's talk about the palette itself. It's actually very classy. It is very simple. I've heard people saying it's a little bit of a step down from prior years. Yes, the prior covers are prettier, but at the same time, you kind of got to put something classic and, you know, what's more classic than kind of the little black dress kind of thing? So it's very pretty. And then the design on here just, I don't know, it gives it a look. There's a vibe to this that I think is very elegant. And I'm okay with the fact that she went with simple. On the back, there's just a sticker stating 1, 2, 3. We'll talk about that here in a second. And then on the inside, you have 4 sets of 3, as I showed you on the box. So for reference, it's Love Eyes, Power Eyes, Happy Eyes, and Confident Eyes, the way it goes across. And yeah, so obviously I'm wearing the green set today. In the demo, you're going to see a different set. But let me explain it to you. And those of you watching this probably already know what the deal is on these. You're just wondering if this palette's for you. But I do still want to explain it in case there is somebody who is new. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but basically, I don't want to blind you. I'm going to go, let's go this way. Okay. So you see how this little insert gives you 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So basically, the first one in each little quad is to prime. The second one is to enhance, and the third one is to smoke. Obviously, you can use them any way you want to. Mix and match. Do what makes you happy. Work in this palette. But the sets of 3 and the layout makes it very, very easy. I will just tell you on days where I still want something on my eyes, but I need a very quick makeup look because I am running late. I need to get to work, whatever the case may be. This is what I pull out and I use because it looks like you put effort into it. The shades are absolutely, or the formulas are beautiful. But at the same time, it took you like 3 minutes. So anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and jump into swatches. I'm going to give you swatches on my skin tone as well as my husband's deeper skin tone so that you have an idea as to whether or not this bad boy is right for you. So let's get into that now. So the first set is Love Eyes. So pretty. And I will just tell you, they are incredibly soft, just almost like touching a silk sheet. And that is exactly how last year's and the years before was. Let me grab the next one. So this one is Power Eyes and is the one I am wearing today. Let me grab the next one. Here we've got Happy Eyes. And I think this is probably my favorite little set of 3 out of the bunch. And that one is probably my favorite shade out of the whole palette. Just so beautiful. And these types of shades, I love how they like bring a warmth to my face. It's kind of hard to explain, but they're absolutely stunning. Last but certainly not least, we have Confident Eyes. Okay, my loves, well, that brings us to the end of the swatch portion. I hope you found that helpful, but let's just jump right into the demo. This is going to be I'm telling you, it's the quickest demo of life, and it's really like true to life as to how quick these looks can be using this. I'm just gonna use one set of 3 for the demo. I'm not gonna do like one eye and one eye. After this, I got to go to work. So I did do one look today so that you could see how the green played up, and then the orange set we're going to use for the demo now. Let's get into it.
Starting off with a fluffy shader brush, I'm going to go in with that first shade in Happy Eyes, which is considered the prime shade. Fair warning, this is a very sparkly shade, the kind that's right up my alley, and it's got like not a crumbly texture because it's incredibly soft, but it has that kind of texture that lets you know it is a sparkly type of shade. It is beautiful. It's elegant. It's everything I would love in a Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow. It spreads over the lid so easily. And for reference, I didn't use a tacky base, which for me says it all. So next, I'm going to go in with the little freebie brush that came with this palette for the 48-hour release and go into that middle shade, which is considered to be the Enhance shade. I'm placing it on the outer portion of the lid, outermost portion, because even the deeper shade, it's going to hug on the inside. And then I'm taking this into the crease. These 3 shades, you can pretty much manipulate it however you want. You can prime and then go over top with the enhanced shade, but for me that kind of covers it up. So typically I like to use this method of the 3-step process, if you will. But I'm adding quite a bit just because I really want that to peek through. I want it to be a very ombre look, a very gradient effect that really warms up my skin. So using a clean blending brush, I'm really just kind of buffing that out. It was looking a little harsh, needed a little bit of DLC. So just going to kind of just really kind of spread it out, make it look a little bit more even. So then going in with a smaller detailed blending brush, this is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, and going in with that very last shade, which is considered the smoke shade. And I'm going to lay this on the outer portion of the lid, but pretty much right before that other shade that I put down. So basically it's deepening it up, it's smoking it out, but that other shade that's so beautiful is still peeking through there at the back, and then of course the crease. So really just deepening it up, and it really does smoke it out. It just adds such a beauty, such a dimension. You wouldn't think all 3 shades would add so much, but they do. So then that same shade I'm just using with that same brush on the lower lash line just to kind of smoke it out, give it a little bit more, you know, oomph, tie it all together. And it's just, again, absolutely lovely. It just warms up my skin tone. Next, I'm going to go into Love Eyes, and I'm going to go in with that middle shade to brighten up my inner corner. Honestly, I should have gone in with that 3rd shade, so that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to pick a little bit of that up and put it in my inner corner. This is the other really sparkly shade, just absolutely stunning. So beautiful. I'm just going to use a brown pencil liner. This particular one is by Essence, and I'm going to tightline and waterline. Because of the shades of these shadows, I just felt like black just wouldn't go. It wouldn't pair well, and it would almost look a little bit harsh. I feel like brown is just kind of in this same color family and makes it all look warm and cohesive. Just using some Essence mascara on my upper and lower lash line. Total side note, my contact lens wearers, does this get on your contacts? I have found, at first I couldn't pinpoint what it was, and I think it's the mascara. Let me know in the comments section below. So random, I know. And you guys, with that, the easiest look of life, here we go. Beautiful, yet so simple.
All right, friends, I hope that you found that helpful. It's time to talk final thoughts. So there's a few things on my mind as we speak. So first off is this is very lightweight. It's actually a little bit more lightweight than you would anticipate. I don't know that it feels cheap. It's just definitely more lightweight. I think it's definitely more travel friendly in that sense. And I'm just going to tell you, the next time I go to Disney World, this is what I'm taking with me because it's easy. There's a lot less having to make a decision because it's laid out for you and it is so quick and they are stunning. But the heftiness to the packaging is definitely a lot lighter, which will make it travel friendly, and it is nice and sleek as far as that goes as well. So let's talk about these. First off, I was disappointed when I saw the promo pic because I was like, that looks like a mix of last year's and the years before. And granted, I haven't been on the Charlotte Tilbury scene for a long time. It literally has been for maybe the past year and a half. Maybe 2 years, because I did buy, I can't remember. No, year and a half. I bought her holiday palette, I think it was last year, early on, and I loved it so much. They still had the one from the year prior that I asked for Christmas and got it. So it's been about a year and a half, and I've absolutely fallen in love with the brand. I feel like she does right on so many things. There's a couple of things that really aren't for me, but for the most part, including these eyeshadow palettes, they are so stellar. And I would probably venture say, and I think I said this last year as well, this is probably the best eyeshadow formula I have in my collection. They are soft to the touch, they are so pigmented, and there is a beauty to these that is absolutely out of this world. I don't know, maybe I'm just simple that way, but man, these are nice. So yes, there is a lot of repetitive like similarity between last year's and the years before. If you've got both of those, you probably don't need this one. I'm not here to kind of go into all those comparisons. I'm just here to tell you that yes, there is comparisons or high similarities. I have both of the last year's, like I said, the 2 years before. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. And yes, there is similarity, but for me, it's about the holiday makeup, the one-stop shop. Do I like it? Am I going to put it to use? Does it have enough of a difference for me to warrant the purchase? And then I base off of that. You will have to make that decision entirely on your own as to based on whether you have prior year's palettes. But I will tell you, this is everything I had hoped and more. Out of the whole bunch, I think the black is probably the one that's not very, it is rich, but I mean, you saw it in the swatch, and that's kind of how it plays on the eyes, but I actually like that because I'm intimidated by black eyeshadows. So when they pack a super punch right off the bat, I tend to then ruin a look. So anyways, my favorite shades in this palette are this one right here and this one. So a couple of things, they are so soft to the touch. Even those two are, it's almost like they're not crumbly, but they're a little bit more sparkly than in years past. I don't know. And so I love it. There is a twinkle that's absolutely stunning, and this is beautiful on the inner corner. But I'm going to caveat into saying some of these appear lighter in the pans than what they go on the lid. That is one of them. It looks like a very like pearly, maybe champagne type of sparkly shade. It goes on a lot deeper than that, just letting you know. So it's just weird that it's like that. It almost goes like a light tan type of color. I don't know. But this one right here that I primed with this morning before doing this eye look, this one also looks like pretty much like a light khaki. It goes on significantly deeper. So just be forewarned that there is that. I don't mind it at all. Now, I feel like the way that Charlotte recommends doing the prime, enhance, smoke, I kind of play around with it in different ways. Like you prime, like you would think putting it all over the lid, which that is what she means. But then enhance, you layer basically the next one over top. So I did follow that today, and it made this green a lot deeper because, of course, I was layering over top of this. Another way I really like to work these is to prime the way she suggests, and then enhance. I take it to the outer corner and kind of blow out this outer portion of the crease. And then smoke, I take a small detailer brush and kind of go in. And you'll see that you saw that with the demo. So that's really the way I prefer to use these little trios. But today I did it the way that she actually intended. And this is what you get. So the green does deepen up quite a bit when you layer over top of this. All in all, this is an absolutely stunning palette. I love it. Yes, it's worth the $75. I know it's expensive. but sometimes you do pay for what you get. And if you are on the fence about this palette, if you are in my same boat and you love a good holiday release and something to get you excited for the holidays, I'm just gonna admit I'm kind of disappointed with stuff that's coming out. And at this time last year, there was a ton of holiday stuff already out. So I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm kind of starting to lose that holiday makeup spirit, but this is absolutely stunning. It's worth your while. It's already available on the Charlotte Tilbury website, and I'm certain it'll come to Sephora. It always does. I hope you found this review helpful if you were looking into this palette. Okay, my friends, well, that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed and found it helpful. As usual, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a thumbs up, it helps me out so much. And if you are new, I would love it if you would subscribe. It would just bring my heart so much joy to see you here again on this channel. Before I let you go, just want to give you a very quick verse of the day to motivate you, encourage you, and to tell you that Jesus loves you. It's very short and sweet, and it's from 2 Timothy 2:1. It says, "Be strong in the grace that is in Christ Jesus." Just want to encourage you to not only be strong in your faith if you are of the faith, but also be strong in grace, being gracious to other people. We don't know what other people are going through in their lives. And if you are going through a hard time, it is my prayer that you would feel God's peace and his love overwhelm you, that you would just feel absolutely comforted by Christ. And if you don't already know him as your Lord and Savior, that he would make himself very real to you, and that you would feel him and hear him calling on your heart. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. I will see you guys very soon. There's more to come. Take care and have a great day. Bye, friends.